6 or so resources of how you can actually learn salsa broken down into categories. We're here with the incomparable Lisa Vargas. I'm gonna get the professional's perspective on maybe there are 10, maybe there are only 2, maybe the ones I wrote down are terrible, but
Me fui a una academia de salsa casino. El profe era chino. Acento inglés.
group classes, put it up there, number 1.
Give a little more juice, right? So I'm here, I'm going 5, 6, 7, perfect. I'm gonna give her the same amount.
Hey, get it!
Join a team, that's actually really how I started. That's like a choreography dance, which I learned actually with my wife Jeannie.
Yes!
The good thing about teams too is that you start becoming part of the community. So it's not always just about the choreo, it's now you have people to practice with, you have, when you go out social dancing, you have a base for that, and then there's technique drills in the beginning, so all of that stuff helps elevate the social dancing in that aspect.
Right. Private lessons, obviously that's like where you see a lot of videos of me and Lisa. 1, 2, 3, 5. The left hand stays up, right hand is here. 6, and then as soon as on 6, you're getting the bottom right hand to my ribs. As soon as I feel that, then you can just release top hand. 7, show the hand. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Done right, she rolls right off your body.
In a perfect world, I would prefer people to do both private lessons and group classes. You get to be able in the group classes to dance with a variety of different leads or follows, which is good because in the real world that's what's going to happen. And then in a private lesson you get all those details that you would be missing from a group class, and it's just more focused on you. So I think that's always a good mix.
For me it's like just drilling in, like drilling in with somebody. But yeah, private lessons are like invaluable, but again, it can be pricier. Some stuff that you can do on your own, and that might be shines.
Music cue class, so we did 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
what shines were, and it was like Susie Q and shit. Jeannie and I were totally lost when we like did never did anything like that. But shines are super important, not only from a dance team perspective. But also in social dancing.
It's just as big a part of the culture as turn patterns are, so it's always good to learn both for sure. And when you're practicing solo, you can actually still practice your patterns just on your own, right? Practicing and mimicking it, so then that way when you get in front of a partner, you're just worried about leading or following that person versus everything that's going on in the head. So that's always a good thing to do.
That has never worked for me. Like I need a mannequin. Some things that do work for me are one, shines. Two, there are workouts that you can do for your body, just basic warm-up stuff, but also like releasing your hips and your shoulders and like so your body actually does the core moves like the right way.
Todos los días practicar.
Todo lo que hacemos.
Todo lo mismo, ¿no? Exacto. La parte de abajo, piso, 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 piso hacia atrás, piso, 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 piso. Ahora juntos. Derecha hacia atrás. Extensión. Y la otra. La otra. La otra. Vamos a hacer la
And then there's like musicality.
Este es el que siempre le responde al cantante. Cuando el cantante está cantando, él es uno de los que siempre le va a responder al cantante. Toque claro.
Which is not my strong suit at all.
Huge part of salsa. Huge part.
Huge part. Eddie Torres is like one of the videos you probably would
Eddie
recommend.
Torres, Frankie Martinez has a really good musicality lecture on YouTube that's just audio, but it's one of the best out there.
Right.
Musicians don't. They make music for us, but they don't necessarily make music for the way we use it.
How I save these videos. A lot of times I see people take private lessons or especially group lessons or go to a Salsa Congress, which we're about to talk about, and then they'll record the video at the end of the class. But I think like 95% of those videos just end up never watched again.
A lot of them are that
know?
way, yeah. Unless you're super focused on practicing all of them, there's a good chunk that just go just
They're just like,
unpracticed,
yeah.
and then they show up to class the next week and they're like, what's going on?
Exactly. Anyway, so I will show you guys the behind the scenes if there are any kind of like editing nerds out there of how I save and organize all the videos that I take after some of these classes, and how I go back and review, and how I make notes on the screen of like where I tend to mess up and like little things like that. That has been like crazy invaluable for me. But again, it's probably not for everybody.
That's one of the things about being in the community too, though, is that you'll have access to practice more. Sometimes it's harder when you don't know who to practice with. So when you become part of the community, part of a team, that access becomes a lot easier. So sometimes those people end up practicing those kind of patterns more, I've seen, versus people that are in their solo. It's harder for them to keep that.
The thing is, what happens when nobody likes you? Yeah, that's what happens to me. So that's why I practice so well on my own, you know? No, for sure, community is fucking everything. If you have somebody to practice with and that's motivated, or a bunch of people, even better.
We have a thread on our WhatsApp that's called Congress videos, and that's where everybody dumps it. And as soon as they come back from a Congress, they will all message each other and be like, "Who wants to practice these?"
Yeah. Ryan told me about that.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
And when he told me that, I was like, "Oh, that's such a good idea."
I can throw you on there if you want.
Yeah. I actually think I'm on there, and I don't. I swear I'm fucking on there, and I don't look at. So use your resources and like reach out, and like you can't be a hermit. Now the last three are probably the most fun, I think. One is Salsa Congresses.
Salsa Congress, or festival, is where they hire an entire group of instructors from all around the world to teach workshops all day, various styles, various techniques. It could be spins, it could be shines, it could be partner work, anything like that. All the big names are there. And then at around...
It's like salsa camp, basically.
Yeah, it's like a salsa camp for the weekend. Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes they have challenges where you can learn an entire routine in the weekend and perform it on Sunday. In the evening time, they have performances from people from all the way from student teams to the most high elite in the world. And it's super, super exciting and motivating to watch. Then from there you have social dancing all night long. Some congresses have live bands, some DJs, some both. And you can dance till like 4 in the morning and then go to a silent disco and dance until sunrise. And then you get up and you do it all again, and it's just so much energy, so much adrenaline going through your body, and it's a really good way to motivate yourself and really get fall in love with the salsa community.
Yeah, for people that are like me, that came from the outside world and never heard of like a Congress, it sounds so official. It can be almost intimidating. It is so fun. It could be for beginners to the most advanced of advanced.
I mean, if you're a beginner, it's very inspiring.
Totally inspiring. And it is just like, well, one of the coolest things that you may have mentioned, but they're like on location. They're usually like, there's a ton that you're going to follow that you'll see that I go to in Texas here because I'm local in Austin.
Bienvenidos a todos a Que Padre in lovely South Texas, just outside of McAllen and Brownsville. As promised, I'm taking you down here to see what a true Salsa Congress is like. This one is, as you can see behind me and below me and around me and in my hands, very unique because it's on the beach. We're going to be dancing shoeless with chanclas, with nice ballroom shoes, with every kind of zapatos you can imagine.
They're doing them in New York, San Diego, I want to say, yeah, they're just added Milan and Greece. So now they're taking international, and I want to say South Korea as well. So it's becoming a big world thing with BIG, with Oscar Martinez, probably some of the best performers around the world there. But there's also other different types of festivals and congresses all around the world, almost any weekend of the year. Basically, you can find something really good. Actually, that's a really good place to take a private from some instructor that's somewhere else in the world that you normally wouldn't be able to take a lesson from.
Favorite thing in the world.
That's a place you want to take advantage of that for sure.
Totally. So on this channel, again, like one of the first things is like private lessons. I fucking love to meet like the Buenos Aires, like one of the best salsa teachers, or the Cuban salsa teacher, and you get to know their perspective on salsa, how they started in their own style.
A todo esto, hola, te presento a ¿cómo te llamas?
Shakira, Robina.
Samira, ¿y cómo te llamas en la foto?
La negra.
La negra. Y vamos a poner tu Insta aquí. Ahí va. Oh, después. ¿Durante cuánto tiempo has estado bailando?
And now you have like a contact in, like in Houston, I had made a contact for Puerto Rico. So I go to Puerto Rico now and I've got a friend, like I've got a cultural connection, let's say.
I do love that
So
about
cool.
salsa congresses and the salsa community in general, is that a lot of times you'll meet people from all around the world. So now you don't have to do every tourist thing, right? You'll have someone that has the inside knowledge of where to go, what to do, where to eat, where to go out dancing, and
my God, the best way to do that.
it's
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
And Jeannie and I, my wife, do that and do it in another, like we speak Spanish, we love to practice our Spanish, so you can combine that on top of it in a lot of countries where that's relevant. So you're taking the salsa class in Spanish in Puerto Rico and learn, totally immersed, like it's so cool. You gotta go out and dance. You have to go out and actually.
Only way to improve.
It's the only way. Everything I do is try to improve myself to be ready to just dance with a random chick or with my wife anywhere, like in the world, to any random song, whatever, like feel confident and good. That's my goal. Having a good day today because I'm so fucking nervous that I'm gonna just make an ass of myself down at this Salsa Congress we're about to go to tomorrow.
It's good motivation.
So it's like, you better fucking, if you don't want to totally embarrass yourself, dance well today. That's kind of what I'm going through. But social dancing is the number one thing for me, and it's, again, like, you gotta throw yourself out there. Added flavor of like you can do any of the things we just talked about, solo work included. Like I just went down to Buenos Aires and was like dancing in the park. Again, total immersion of like, you know, Argentinian people walking down the street like kicking the soccer ball, and I'm drinking the local wine.
Alice.
¿Dónde estamos?
En Puerto Madero, en
Puerto
Buenos
Madero.
Aires.
Bailando en el parque.
Tomando vino.
Tomando vino, como siempre, como debe ser, cuando hay que tener paciencia, ¿verdad?
Mucho. Salud.
Salud.
El filmmaker.
El filmmaker.
Filmmaker del día.
Are you following us, filmmaker? Are you sure?
I think
¿Nos encuentras aquí?
I'm appreciating my cinematography right now.
Okay.
I've got this nice center line
Oh yeah? That's what we're worried about.
and a wide angle. Don't you worry about it.
It's wide angle.
Don't you worry.
Hay un mosquito ahí.
It is such a cool way to travel and immerse yourself
It
and
really
meet
is.
all these people.
It really is.
You went outside of the zone. I'm focused on clean lines, baby. Clean lines.
and the good thing about being on a team or just being in the salsa community in general that goes to Salsa Congresses is a lot of times these promoters will block out a really nice hotel and you'll get a good discount on it. So it'd be like $120 a night versus like $400 a night or something like that. And you get to split it with a lot of people and kind of go through the whole same things together. And like we said, the discounted passes for team members, stuff like that, it kind of makes it a little bit more affordable to be able to do these kind of things. There's a way.
There's a fucking way. Actually, it's a great point. A friend of mine.
I'm poor and I do it.
A friend of mine told me last night that actually, like, she's just volunteering down there.
Oh yeah, that is a great way. You can volunteer at any Salsa Congress and get a free pass. And you just, sign up to work a certain shift or whatever they need, and then the rest of the weekend is yours. And that's a really great way to save some money. And promoters always need help.
Choose one of the 6 or 7 resources that are on your screen right now and stay tuned to the next episode. I'm going to take you down to a Salsa Congress and show you actually what it looks like. The one we're going to go to tomorrow is in South Padre Island in Texas. Lisa's been before, and who's like the main...
So this weekend they're featuring Adolfo Indocochea from Empire Mambo and Fernando Sosa from Tropical Gym, who has been one of the top dancers since the early 2000s. Fernando Sosa would be the
so
main
there's like
guy.
these, again, like from an outsider's perspective, she's saying things that like, oh, it's obvious. I didn't know, there's like professional teams and like huge people. Lisa's one of them actually with Pasión Latina. Look her up as well, as you probably already follow her. But like these huge names from all around the world, and famous for not only their style but like their way of teaching, like their boot camps, like their way of teaching you a specific shine or like whatever, like their technique. And I don't know, that's super cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing one of the best teams. I just found out about this 2 minutes ago. That's going to be down there in South Texas, and I'm going to give you guys some clips. If you click on the next episode, you'll see what a Salsa Congress is, and hopefully stick with us. You'll learn some fucking salsa, baby. Anything else to add?
Have fun and practice.
Woo! Have fun and practice.
Yeah, this is like Armageddon too.